What's going on, guys? Let me know if you guys can hear me. SPX is ugly. Testing the trend line again. Next up, 4,600. Good morning. How are you? 4,600P stands for psychological, not put. Not telling you guys to jump into anything. After 46 is 45.83. That's this week's low from Monday. I know, right? Have at it. 107. How do I feel about pre-market? Well, we got banks that got wrecked. Yeah, tech is getting wrecked. This is still my buy here zone. I don't think we don't get here today, but this is ugly. If this can't get recaptured and back over the trend line, we're going back to this week's lows, 15,176. Long weekend, they flush it. Apple, ugly. Bear flag, loss of the ADMA, opening up lower pre-market. Same thing. Tesla right back at the golden pocket. So this is one of those things where you have to wait. Watch the hourly and see what happens there. 1073 was important all week. Have at it. Heard me talk about it. Got above it and just lost it. $1,000 psychological also has to hold, because if it doesn't, good chance we fill the gap. That's what this is right here. It's a gap fill. This is, they're going to sell this market. Maybe not even methodical. AMD, same thing. This must hold zone. This doesn't hold. We're coming right back down. 118, 120. These numbers aren't inconceivable. We need this to hold. Again, this is a must hold. Big breakout here. Big breakout here. Lose the breakout, back down to 100. JPM got wrecked. Look at this. So this is going to open up somewhere right here. Right here. Huge loss. Guess the signs were there all week. Roblox is holding this wedge still, if Mr. Paperhands is here. It's going to open up at 78. Maybe a little lower, might flush. But it's respected this. And again, this, I'll tell you again, this falling wedge looks just like this falling wedge. So they're almost identical. So again, Roblox should be on everyone's watch list. Gotta watch this, because when it bounces and it goes, it's gonna go. Top watch. Amazon, again. Look at this, pinned at 3,200. This channel. People started getting in. I remember reading in the chat. I forget which day it was. It might have been this candle here. Right here in the mid channel. It's abusive. This is an abusive stock. It's in a downtrend. You just can't play this. Sorry about that. Netflix, do not touch. I have to go months back to see this. What's this for? What's this green box for? Support. Ooh. This is that old choppy zone. This is where it chopped for a year. Look at this. Long-term chop. Ping pong. Look at this. Finally broke out. Are we headed back down here to chop around for another year? There's something to be mindful of. Do we do this? Spend 3 months above it just to come back down. It's a long time to be in one zone. Facebook. Is Facebook respecting this little mini, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mini trend line here? Let's see. It's lost it. Not too many things are bouncing right now. Usually at the 6 o'clock hour Pacific, we get some bounces. It looks like SPX is trying. SPX and NQ are my must watch for the day. Especially SPX. If SPX loses the trend line and doesn't recapture it quickly, much more downside. 4,500 I'm talking. 4,550. After that's 45.27. Upstart's done. Going to 100. Let's see. After 105, 106, you have 80. So it's really thin. Moderna. I know mRNA was being watched by people in the Discord too. Let's lose this zone, and we can come right back down. 194. And then you have this zone here, or this area here, which didn't, it was just a straight run up. So lose all of that, get the people that are out of here, and it's down to 146. So you guys have any tickers that you're looking at? What are you guys playing? What's up, man? What's up, Hubs? What are you looking at? The thing about today is you have to be patient. If you're going to play, remember it's a long 3-day weekend. Market's closed Monday. I mean, we're getting a bounce. 14-point bounce so far. You got to find your entries if you're going to play. If not, just watch. F on the daily. That's exhaustion. That's exhaustion here. Big upper wick. Looks like the Empire State Building. Got to wait for the ADMA to catch up. Drop down to a lower time frame. Look where it's sitting. I can't remember why I drew that line, but it's there for a reason. And it's acting as support now. Oh, so we got a hourly bull flag. It's probably the 0.382. Or maybe it's lost the 0.382. Let's look. Golden pocket. So you have support at the golden pocket. You see that? So F is interesting here. If you're going to play F. F is sitting at support, right? Golden pocket, low risk trade. It's either going to bounce or you cut it below 24.90. It's easy. Well, nothing's easy. I shouldn't say that. It's not an easy trade. Nothing is easy. Give me 1 second. It's my SPX window. There we go. So we're getting a bounce on the hourly. Danny says AMD. I got AMD up here somewhere. I thought I had AMD up here. Let's keep an eye on Ford, though. Keep an eye on Ford and Roblox. AMD. So I said earlier, Danny, AMD has to hold this area right here. Let me fix this up. Again, this is another low risk trade. It's either going to bounce or it's not. This area has to hold. You lose this and we come right back down. 118. I believe if we get a daily close below this box here, we're going to see 118. 120 sometime next week. The golden pocket on this has to hold. On AMD has to hold. Can't lose this point. Can't close below the 707. You see it defended. Look at this. Just by a couple bucks. Pushed all the way down, blew past the 786. And it knew it had to close above the 707. Can't lose this. We get a daily close below this, and it's coming right back down to 118. 118 and 120. Somewhere between there. Again, Ford is pretty simple. It's a simple trade, low risk. You know what your entry is. You know what your exit is. And it's Friday, so if you're playing weeklies, you know it's a lotto. ERX. What is ERX? Oh, this is the ETF, right? Yeah. Lost the ADMA on the hourly. That's how NAS was yesterday. You remember I said, if we lose the hourly ADMA, we're going to spend a lot of time under there, and we did. Spent the whole day. What's the other one? SOXL. It's not a SPX. Oh no, semiconductor. Same thing. A lot of room for the RSI to cool off. Big upper wick. You guys know how I feel about upper wicks. Exhaustion. And as soon as it lost the ADMA, you could have jumped into puts on the hourly. So this is a sign right here. Didn't even test. It flushed it. So you can play this. You can play a bounce. It'll probably try to do something like catch up to the EMA and reject. But you can probably play this with confidence. Bear volume looks to be increasing. Looks like stairs. All right, let's see if we get a bounce. Let's look on the hourly. Let's draw an hourly fib. Then we'll do the same thing on NQ. Pull from here. About 100 shares at 69.17. Amazing. Timing is everything. Can we get a 20-point bounce to the golden pocket? I don't think it's unrealistic. Before testing this again, maybe trap some bulls. I don't know if we blow past it, but 46.50 isn't impossible. This is not me playing bull or bear, but Seems a bit oversold. RSI's in the 30s. It got down to 25. I tell you guys all the time, I don't pay attention too much to RSI, especially on the upside. When an RSI is hot, it just means people want in. It doesn't mean that it has to sell off. But oversold is a different thing. People have to buy. Where the RSI can only go to zero. You know what I mean? Like there's nothing past that. I don't, not that I know of. I don't think there's a negative zero with RSI, but something that gets into to 25, 26 is severely oversold. I'm looking for a bounce. This looks like a double bottom. I'm not going to jump into anything. Oops, let me get that back. I'm not going to get into anything. I'm going to watch first 15, 20 minutes, and I may not even trade today. But I'll look for something heading into next week. Like the title of this video, I think it really is make or break. There goes SPX pushing. NQ's probably doing the same. It wants to close above this trend line. I said this at the very beginning. This is pretty important. Look what happened the last time it pierced. Went from 15,150. It's a 400-point move, 450-point move in a day. You talk about a range. That's a serious range it carved out. It's pretty important. Don't want to close below this. Let's see what happened the last time it closed below. It hasn't. Wow. I mean, if that doesn't tell you everything you need to know. There hasn't been a close below the trend line in 10 months. This is important, guys. Draw this out. And if you're playing tech, make sure a screen is open with NQ. Because it'll know the direction of the calls that you're in. Or the puts. A lot of touches. What else are you guys in? These are the ones I'm looking at. Everything at the top. We're getting bounces. We're getting small bounces here. Bounces you can sell. Sell the rips. Nobody's going to be able to make sense of banks down and tech down. Somebody has to bounce. Interesting. Roblox is top watch. Amazon looks like it wants to test this trend line again. 31.90. Where's Mo at? Mo does these amazing algo charts. One second here. Put the chat. Yeah, I mean that's pretty much. I think I went over everything. Netflix is ugly. How about Netflix 470? If this whole thing crashes, that's exactly where it's going. I'm not calling that, but I mean, look where it chopped around. Since July of 2020. We just got out of 2021. That's more than a year. This is crazy. All right. So it's trying to reverse the trend here on the 15 SPXs I'm referring to. Harsh sell-off. RSI really, oops, where did I go? That's not what I wanted to do. All right, we're back. RSI really sold off. Trying to reverse 22. Look at this. Above the 8 EMA. It's pretty simple. Above the 80 MA, long. Below it, no touching. No touchy. NQ on the hourly. Same thing. This is a potential bull flag. I'm sorry, bear flag. Potential bear flag. Until it's negated. Until it gets over the 80 MA. Right now it's a double bottom. Trying to make higher highs, higher lows. But the trend doesn't change until here. You can't get an hourly trend change until you break the trend line. So 15,475. So we need a 75-point bounce from here. Again, none of this stuff is impossible. Bill Ford is doubling down on Ford shares and quietly amassing more control of his grandfather's company in the process. Let's take another look at F. Anybody else have any tickers? So again, Ford should be top watch. I don't know if this is news driven. Golden pocket bounce, support. Golden pocket bounce, support. Very low risk trade. Flushes below 2480. Maybe buy yourself some room. 24. Where are we at? Oh, it's already flushed there. Oh. Changes everything. It's lost the golden pocket severely. No play. Can't play this. It's lost the 80 MA. You can probably look for puts, actually. Probably look at $24 puts, which is what I'm going to do right now. Yeah, I'm going to write that down. What am I looking at? Ford. RBLX. Ford, I need. Probably start looking at open. If nothing can bounce here, we sink. Have to get a bounce. This isn't one of those days where it's going to chop, I don't believe. The damage isn't done or the party hasn't started. I don't think they send us off on a Friday flat like, the same way we opened. Got another 7 minutes before the market opens. I mean, it's been a massacre. Look at this. My entire watch list is red. What are you guys' thoughts? There's a handful of you here. I just think ideally we have to bounce. I mean, you know what I say. We don't have to do anything, but do they flush it from here? That's the thing that makes the least sense to me. Do you have any specific way to draw or identify your trend lines? Yes. So 2 touches is just a line. 3 touches makes a trend line. So let's go find one. Let's go find you one. I think Apple has one. All right. So let's look at Apple on the daily. I'm gonna start here, and we're just looking for. In this case, I'll just use an uptrend. Okay. So we're gonna look for touches. So something like. So we got 1 touch. We got 2 touches. It just has to make sense. It's like a puzzle. 2 touches. 3 touches. That's a trend line, Danny. 3 touches makes a trend line. 1, 2, 3. You just draw lines everywhere. Draw lines where you see them. Uptrends, downtrends, doesn't matter. Let's try right here. All right. I'll start at this one here. This upper wick. So we got 1 touch, 2 touch. Might be a stretch. Might be able to make that work. Nope, doesn't work. It's just about drawing the lines. So again, here's another uptrend. And once you get good at it, you can start eyeballing them. One touch, 2 touch. There's a third one. It's just practicing. That's all it takes. I will look at Lucid right now. Look at the long-term trend line of Apple, Danny. 1 touch. It gets close enough. 2, 3, 4, 5. It's where your wicks in the bodies of your candles intersect. And if you practice them hundreds and hundreds of times, you will inevitably get good at them. All right, let's look at Lucid. I think Josh is in puts for Lucid, right? T-Zillow. LCID. Ooh. 40 is next. 37 after that. Before this, RSI is pretty low now. It's in the 37s, 38s, but one good flush, can send it right to like 38.50. Like this wick right here. Yeah, that's what I have. 38.50. What's going on, Andrew? Good morning. Lucid can flush. I got 3 minutes before the bell opens. Again, my eyes are all on SPX and NQ. Look at this. Look at it recapture the trend line. This is it's classic stuff. NQ has some work to do. Tech just may be wrecked altogether. There may not be any hope for tech. I think some of us are, wishfully thinking and hoping that tech can bounce. If again, mark my words, if tech doesn't recapture this trend line to close, it's not financial advice, but I'm going to take a stab at some puts for Tuesday. Markets close Monday. But first thing at a time, again, has to reclaim it. Has to reclaim. Make or break. Obviously, I'd love to buy down here. I think this has to hold. Last resort. What's after that? Ooh. 12.9. I don't see that happening. Not soon. Let's go over AMD again, because that should be a top watch. So we're getting the bounce out of AMD. How much time do we have? 1 minute? About 30 seconds before the bell. I'll stay on here a couple minutes past. But I got to start getting the kid ready for school. Oh, it's still early, but make lunch, walk the dog, stuff like that. All right, any minute now. We'll see what happens. Let's see what the reaction is at open. I have Thinkorswim open too. Let's see. All right. Bounce. Small bounce. Getting the bounce. Let's look at the cues. AMD, same thing. It's holding. Getting a bounce. 786 is holding. It's flat though. It's weak. Okay. 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 I see you. It's like watching horse races. All right. So just like I drew out pre-market, has to hold. Has to hold. No hold. Oh, look at that. Look at this. If you learn nothing else in this live stream, it's the importance of trend lines. So bulls have tried. Just know if this is lost, we are coming down hard. 15,000, 15,845, somewhere around there. This is intentional. They know what this line means. It hasn't been lost in a very long time. I'll get you an accurate number. Of course, I can't see. It hasn't been lost since March of 21. So a year after Corona. This is important. Big bounces here. Big bounce from the cues. Let's see what's going on. Okay. Let me open up that. I didn't know I had. Oh, wow. I forgot I had Moderna puts. I took a lotto yesterday. 197.50s. It was a legit lotto. And I just saw it sinking. Let's see what's going on there. Well, it's not bad. 37%. I'll close it. It was down 60 at close. Review. Oh, not bad. Cool. I'll take it. That was the only position I had open. And I took, I think it was at 48%. I was sitting here messing around with you guys. Show you guys that. mRNA. Let's see what mRNA is doing. That's a big bounce. That's a big bounce. So quick, very, very quick. Quick close. Like I said, it was something I swung. Only position that I had, but it's rejecting the ADMA on the 15-minute. This was a good scalp. If you jumped in it open to play the downside, so you got a big bounce. Rejected the ADMA and it's The next 15-minute candle will probably look like an inside bar or something like that. And then maybe the next one looks like this. So something like that. This is a lot of volume. It's losing it, but if this can't turn around, then I'll readjust these, but then it'll look something like that, and then just sink off. It's a big upper wick, but I'm out of the play, so I don't really care. Don't really care. All right, so you got to watch out for it being fake. Danny, this is a perfect example of a trend line. So we got 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touch. What happens here? If you're still on Danny, I don't know if you're here. We're above the hourly ADMA with good volume. Look at this here. Pay attention to the volume. I'm gonna look at some QQQs maybe for a scalp. 78. All right, let's see here. Let's see what we got. They're gonna sell the pops. These are expensive too. 377s are $2. That's 25 cents away. That you'd be paying $2 for. They think this thing's gonna go. They think this is going to fly. So keep an eye on that. 377 is $2. Let's see where it is in 15 minutes. And then I really have to go. Hourly. Where's that looking? All right, so we have to see what it does at the trend line here. If it breaks this hourly trend, which would be a trend change, I will quickly jump into some QQQ calls, some lottos expiring today. And I will look for a quick premium collection. But it has to happen soon. And it looks like it's going to happen. We got enough volume here. All right, so I just took a stab at 379 calls expiring today. This is a purely degenerate gamble. I'm up 10%. Let's drop down to a lower time frame. I didn't want this to be a scalp session, but here we are. All right. So NQ is going. Let me pull this window over here. All right. This is not an entry that I ever wanted to do on camera. This goes against a lot of things that I preach. 14%. We have big volume coming in here. I'm only going to play this bounce. I will not be in this trade very long because I don't trust it. Drop down to the 5-minute. I take that back. Yeah, it looks. My target is 380. Look at this push. Look at this push off the trend line. Wow. So, broke, right? Danny, you see that? So this is the importance of drawing the lines, because your entry was here. If it broke this trend line, you get 1, 2, 3 touches, boom, and it's gone. Then our trend has changed. So this is a 1 hour time frame. This is an hourly trend change. No judging. Thanks, bruh. All right, here we go. We're pushing. Qs are pushing. 380.94 is the ADMA. Up 20%. 22%. All right, I'm going to what am I going to do? Guess I'll let it. It's Friday. It's a lotto, right? I always tell you guys, don't manage your lottos. So I can't be hypocritical. No problem, Danny. What are you in the Discord? What's your handle on the Discord? I'm gonna trim some of these Qs here. I got in at 133. I'm going to trim the majority of them at 152. Oh, if I can get a fill, it's a wide spread. Yikes. Oh man, that's not what I wanted to do. There we go. All right, that was good. Quick premium. Could be fake, but the volume tells me it might be here to stay, at least for today. I'm watching this trend line like a hawk. I'm watching this trend line. It's been defended twice now. Impromptu scalp. Like I said, I forgot whatever day I live streamed. I'll do a scalp session next week. So it'll be a short week. It's OPEX. Hopefully it's something to the downside. Those pay much, much more. Highly encourage you to start taking stabs at put scalps, put day trades. People tend to shy away from them. Very scared. They don't like. They like one direction. I read it all the time in the chat. The market goes both ways. It's a two-way street. Mm-hmm. That's my boy. We got some silent assassin traders in OS. Get messages of people all the time crushing trades. 46.50 looks like the next stop for SPX. Look at that. Look at that. We're going, boys. Took some 459 puts light. More of a hedge. Let's see what you're looking at, K-Bar. 459, so I gotta convert to SPY. How much? What'd you pay for them? Are they lottos, or are you swinging them for next week? 7-second delay. I always forget. Let's see. Let's see, K-Bar. Let's run a fib on the hourly. It's almost sacrilegious doing this on SPY. I don't know, bro. 52 cents. They might be worth 2 cents in a second. Not to get you out of the trade. But look at the volume here on SPY. Oh, yeah, you did say hedge. Yeah. Not a bad hedge. Protect yourself. Well, I think I'm getting close to getting off here. What did I make on that? That's not where they're being posted. Look at the cues go. Look at the cues go. We knew a bounce had to come. This line's too important. That's a hammer. If we close with a hammer on the daily, I probably still play puts. Might be a trap. But it's encouraging. It's an encouraging sign. If you took 380s with me, you are up nice amount. 55%. All right, guys. I think I'm going to head out now. Start making the kiddo breakfast. Keep an eye on the trend lines, both on SPX. I can delete this now. We're not going to hit that. Both on SPX and NQ. If it looks like they're lost or we're going to lose them heading into close, or if we get significant bear pressure coming in, be mindful if you're long. If you're not in anything, be mindful as well. No need to jump into calls. Maybe look into puts. Trend line is very important. Thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to give this a thumbs up. I don't know how many I have right now, but please, let's get the likes up. If you're still here, just smash that like button or the thumbs up. It helps with the algorithm. Subscribe if you've stayed here rent free. Hit the subscribe button. If I get another chance to do a scalp, I may hop on, but we'll see. Look at AMD go. Why didn't anyone tell me about AMD? Look at that bounce. Must hold. It held. Look at Roblox. Roblox, same thing. Where's Mr. Paper Hands? Thank you guys for smashing the like button. I appreciate it. Keep going. Apple, if it gets above the ADMA, you can buy with confidence. Wow, what a bounce on Tesla. Yeesh. Got near the golden pocket and bounced. Okay. All right. It's encouraging signs. A lot of these things turned around. Lucid. Inverted hammer. Watch out for this. This can still get to 38.50. Dog woke up. That means the kid's next. You guys, thank you so much. I appreciate all you guys. I hope everyone has a great weekend. If I don't hop back on again, I do this for you guys. I hope it was helpful. I'll chat with you guys soon. I'll see you in the chat though. See you.